Right, like a big shot. Welcome back, guys, to the show. Today I'm going to show you the major differences between inspection in the US and inspection in Sweden. So stick around for the episode. Okay, so this is a checklist of what got me my license CDL in Sweden. It's a small checklist. The sun is really too bright, but let me show you something now. Now this it's a lot. See, all this is what I need to memorize for my CDLA. So right now I'm gonna go out and take you to the trucks and show you exactly the 4 biggest differences between what you need to do in Sweden and what you need to do in the US. Okay, so this is the list of things I need to know for my CDL outside inspection. Everything here on the list. Okay, so the trucks over there is where you do your inspections. So I'm gonna show you exactly what happens. Okay, now this is a very major difference between Sweden and the US. So in the US, you don't necessarily have to open the truck to check inside the load, to check and see if it's tied up well. No, you don't have to open. In Sweden, you have to open the truck and go in and inspect everything inside there. So that was a very big difference. You don't have to open anything, you just go around the truck. Now that is the difference number 1. Now difference number 2. So in the US, you only inspect one side of the truck. So you go around, and then when you come back here, okay, you just stop here. You don't have to go all the way around the truck and inspect everything. So in Sweden, on the other side, when you're inspecting, you literally go around the whole truck, okay, all the way around. So that was something that I found really interesting. So when it came to that, my question was that, okay, so if you only inspect one side of the truck, how do you know if the other side is okay? Like, you don't check the whole truck, you only check one side and you're done. That was a new thing to me. Okay, so when it comes to the engine compartment, all you need to know is the washer fluid, right? You have to check if it's at the right level. Okay, now this is when it comes to Sweden. You need to know the washer fluid and you need to know your oil on the other side. Let me show you. There, the dipstick, but you have to pull out the dipstick and test it to see that it's at the right level. On the other side, when it comes to the US, you have to mention this, okay? You have to mention the type of reservoir, what it is, and you have to mention it's not broken, it's not cracked, it's not leaking. Talk about all the hoses. They have no cuts, they have no they're not leaking. It's a lot of things. This is a major change. So in Sweden, you don't really have to open the hood, but in the US, you have to. So I'll show you. And when you come here, you have to literally mention so many things here. Like, this is the engine. See? So many things. You need to know the water hose, the oil reservoir, steering linkage, steering box, the shock absorbers, the leaf springs, what is this? Brake pads. You need to really explain in detail every part. Now, in Sweden, you don't have to do all this. You don't have to explain. You don't have to know everything about the engine and all the parts. You have to talk about the air hoses there as well. And then you literally have to, so there's like a wording, so if you're talking about the metals, you have to mention it's not cracked, it's not broken or illegally welded, and then you have to talk about like it's safe and secure with nuts and bolts. you don't have to say all that when it comes to Sweden, okay? So that was a very big difference as well. Yes, the tires, okay? So in Sweden, what you need a hammer. You just hammer on the tire, okay? Tire is good. In the US, you have to mention the tire tread. You have to talk about the lug nuts. You have to talk about the rim. You have to talk about how much pressure is there, you know? So you really need to know the tire so well. So that was a very big difference as well when it came to inspection in the US. So when it came to the coupling, in the US, you literally have to talk about all these cables, yeah? The electric, air cables and all that, and then talk about how they're all connected and how it is safe, and you know, they're not tangled in the drive shaft and everything. In Sweden, I think what you need to do is you just have to show how you connect and disconnect, and that is it. So that was a very, very big difference as well. And then you have to come and talk about the fifth wheel, explain all the parts, talk about that it is safely connected, nothing is missing, everything is in place. In Sweden, no, you don't have to mention all that. You just have to go around. But also in Sweden, when you talk about the tires, you talk about every tire. You have to go tapping every tire all the way around the whole truck. In the US, all you need to do, talk about only one tire. That is it. Only the front tire. That is all that you need to talk about, and you're done with your tire inspection. When it comes to the tire inspection, I think the US, it's way easier. You don't really need to check all the tires like around the whole truck. All you need to do is check the front tire only. That is it. You just need to talk about it. The only thing is you have to go in detail. You have to mention the pressure, the tire tread, to mention that the rim is intact and it's not broken. The lug nuts there, they're not missing. Like everything is there. The thing is, you need to be detailed when it comes to the US. Everything is detailed, you know. But now I'm gonna show you another difference here, okay, when it comes to inspection in the US. Okay, so if I am to inspect this tire, okay, in Sweden, this is what I would do. I would get a hammer, I would hammer on the tire, okay, and that is it. The tire will be fine. If I'm to inspect the same tire the American way, this is what I would do. I say, no cracks, no cuts, no nails or screws. Tire tread is 4 out of 32. Lug nuts are not missing. There's no rust around them. If there's rust, that means they're loose and they have to be adjusted. The rim is not cracked, it's not broken or illegally welded, tight and secure. Now that is how you describe, you do your inspection when it comes to the US. That's how you do the full inspection on the tire. On the other side, Sweden, all you need to do is tap on the tire. Yes, it's good. So that was a really big difference. Like if you compare how the Swedes do the inspection on the tire compared to how the Americans do it, that's a major change. The Americans will really go in and check everything. I mean everything. The Swedes, we're good. The tire is good, okay? So that was a big difference as well. Okay, so well, as you can see, I showed you a little bit of the inspection here. I showed you the differences, you know, where like everything is detailed and where like the Swedes just go through everything. So my own observation, I think that the Americans really go deep in detail on everything, which is good because you get to learn your truck very well. And if you're out on the road, you know, you feel more safe because then you can analyze everything. On the other side, the Swedes, they go basic on everything. I mean, we always had mechanics that used to help us with the trucks, you know, at the company. So you don't really have to do everything, but it took me a while to actually memorize all this, to actually have it in my head, and you know, to remember every part. It's not very easy to remember everything, but what I've learned is that here, if you miss something on this list, you're probably gonna fail. But if you compare this with Sweden, if you miss a part of this inspection, Now, I think the person who is really checking out your performance may really let go, may let the instructor or something may let it slip for a while. So I think the Swedish system is a little bit lenient when it comes to the inspection, but the Americans are really tough when it comes to that. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you think the American way of inspection is better than the Swedish way of inspection, or what do you think is best? All right, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. All right, see you around.